I mean, like, what do I even say? How do I even give an intro for what the hell just happened last night in the Dodgers' clinching win versus the Brewers? Shohei Ohtani had arguably, and I don't even think it's necessarily all that arguable, the best game in baseball history by any player. You heard me right. The best game by any player. It was so good, in fact, I can't even list all the records it broke in this video because there's so many I could just spend the whole thing reciting them. Instead, I'd rather just get into it and try to document the mind-numbing greatness front to back. It was not a slow start either. The dude literally came out in the top of the first and struck out the side after a leadoff walk, throwing 2 triple-digit heaters and a ridiculous sweeper before hopping into the batter's box and immediately launching, and I do mean launching, a home run to right field. A blast that went 446 feet and left his bat at 116.5 miles per hour. This already would have been a great day for most players, and it was just the first inning. LA would later add on when Tommy Edman singled into center field and Teoscar Hernandez grounded out to first base, getting Milwaukee down in a 3-0 hole in a game they absolutely had to have. And Ohtani would make sure it would stand up by retiring the Brew Crew in order in the second, and then after a leadoff walk to Blake Perkins in the third, struck out Joey Ortiz and managed to get Bryce Terang to line out to left field, which somehow also featured Kike Hernandez being able to throw behind the runner Perkins to nab him on one of the stranger looking double plays you'll ever see. A scoreless fourth that featured Shohei stranding a leadoff double with back-to-back strikeouts was followed by his third plate appearance of the night, sandwiched around a walk, this time versus righty Chad Patrick, and on a 3-1. The all-time great proceeded to crush a cutter low and inside off the plate a bit, 469 feet to right field, literally almost out of the entire stadium at 116.9 miles per hour. Per Sarah Lang, this was already the first game in MLB history where a player had hit 2 116 mile per hour home runs in the same contest, and we were only about halfway through it. 2 more strikeouts in the 5th were followed by 2 more strikeouts in the 6th, helping him to seal 6 scoreless frames with just 2 hits allowed and 10 strikeouts. He would depart in the top of the 7th after walking Christian Yelich and giving up a single to William Contreras, but none of those runs would come back on him after Alex Vesia managed to perform a high wire act perfectly, getting a pop-up and ground ball double play to get out of it. And it was in the bottom of that frame things would go from downright ridiculous to absolutely, positively ludicrous when he launched his 3rd home run of the day, 427 feet to center field at 113.6 miles per hour. You could probably guess this, but this is the first time we've ever seen a player have 3 home runs with an exit velocity of at least 110 miles per hour traveling at least 400 feet. Remember, his shortest was 427. Milwaukee managed to scratch 1 across in the 8th on a double play ball that Bryce Terang beat out, but this was the sum of their offense, which honestly was almost as historically bad as the Dodgers' pitching was good in this series. 3 outs later in the 9th, and Andy Pages was catching the final out in right field, securing LA's 2nd straight ticket to the World Series, with all of the momentum in the world going into it, coming off of what probably was the best individual performance by a major league player we've ever seen. Period.
Alright everybody, if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching, and if you did, consider checking out any of these other videos on your screen right now for other content just like this. Also, if you ever see anything you'd like to see me detail in the video, feel free to reach out to my email, basebpoet@gmail.com, and if I end up using your idea, I'll give you a shout out. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.